Today I'm reviewing another docking station, this time from the Chinese manufacturer DynaMode. It's a unique model that will be replacing my previous docking station from my Evo, which despite still functioning, struggles with a 12TB hard drive that frequently disconnects during the large file transfers. Allow me to introduce the DynaMode S8. While you may come across this model under a different name, it's unlikely to be drastically different. The package includes the docking station itself, a USB cable, a 12V 3A power adapter, and a somewhat unusual manual from InnoStore, which appears to be aimed at setting up automated backups. At first glance, the DM-CAD S8 is noticeably larger than my previous docking station, designed to accommodate 2 hard drives, with support for capacities up to 16TB according to the manufacturer. One slot is dedicated to the modern SATA interface, while the other one is for the legacy IDE connector. Frankly, I was surprised to find an IDE port in a product like this, rendering it almost obsolete, given how rare such hard drives are today. The casing is made of transparent plastic, allowing you to see the internal components, which gives it a sleek and modern look. The build quality is solid, and the station sits firmly on any surface, thanks to 4 rubber feet on the bottom, preventing it from slipping. The front panel is well arranged, with ports laid out from right to left, 2 USB 3.0 ports, followed by a card reader for SD, MC, MMC cards, and another card reader for M2 and microSD cards. This last feature is particularly handy as my Lenovo Legion 5 lacks a built-in microSD card reader despite how common this format is. On the back of the docking station, you'll find the power button, a power input, and a USB 3.0 port for connecting the device to your computer. Now let's dive into the performance. I ran a series of tests starting from the transfer of a large file to and from the hard drive. I also tested the functionality of the USB ports and the card readers. During the copy test from an external M2 SSD to the 12TB Western Digital hard drive, the maximum speed reached out to almost 180 MB per second, while the average was around 165-170 MB per second, which is a pretty decent result for this type of hard drive. I have also tested its capabilities of copying files to an SD card. The maximum copy speed reached out almost to 40 megabit per second, while the average was around 35 megabit per second, which is a good average result for an SD card. Then I wanted to see how many drives it can handle simultaneously, so I connected 2 external portable hard drives to see if they can run simultaneously with this 12TB hard drive. One external hard drive was Seagate 4TB capacity, and the other one was from Western Digital 2TB capacity. And indeed, it did manage to work with 3 hard drives simultaneously. The maximum speed during copying files reached out to only 35 megabit per second, which is pretty low for these kind of hard drives. When I tested it directly connecting to the USB port on the laptop and not using the docking station, the speed reached up to 65 megabyte per second, which is almost double the speed. Anyway, the other test I have conducted, I wanted to see if it can handle copying to all 3 drives at the same time and see what's gonna happen. And the results were pretty expected. The main 12TB hard drive was reaching up to pretty much its maximum transfer capacity at an average speed of 170 megabit per second, and the other 2 hard drives were just splitting the transfer speed in half and were getting only the half of the speed that they were getting before, approximately 20 megabit per second each, which makes it very ineffective. In summary, here are my thoughts. The pros include its striking transparent design, which gives it a modern and tech-savvy appearance, and its impressive transfer speed. On the downside, the presence of an IDE connector feels outdated and unnecessary in most cases. That's all from me today. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This has been PulsarTECH. Until next time.